Welcome back guys on my channel. My name is Ziggy and I'm tattooing in Derby in UK, and if you've never been on this channel, I give you loads of tips and tricks what I do daily and how I improve my life, and I'm literally giving everything to you guys so you can improve and you can be where I am and where I'll be. So we're gonna go there together, I guess. But anyways, in this video I'm gonna show you what I do on big pieces. So big canvases, big tattoos, big all that. And to do a small tattoo like that is pretty cool. It's pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure you can do that. But when it comes to like side piece or 5-piece or back piece, what do you do and how do you incorporate all that, and how do you design for the back, how it bends and how, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things what you need to think about, what even you start and how design even flows. So it looks nice and it sits there and it works together and it doesn't look like just a random image placed on it. It looks like it's meant to be there, and it flows as the human body flows and as your specific client looks like, and it flows with her or him, not just random images placed on it and call it a day. It's cool. So let me show you what I do and how I create my designs and how I work. What I do is, so I use platform called Procreate, and these are my projects what I've done already, and I will guide you through what I do and where do I start. So first of all, I go on Google and I find a person. I find somebody what I like and how the body, the area I want to look for, or I have loads of saved images on my Instagram of people, of body parts of I want to be drawing on them. So let's take with this guy. I've started something, I don't know when I'm gonna finish, but this is what I would do. I would press the key, then add insert photo. I pick the area or the person I want to work on. Say I have saved this image for a neck piece. I have all sorts of chest pieces, the top, upper chest, side piece. I have all sorts of photos of body parts, but let's say we have this guy today. So what I do is I have that image pulled in. Mostly I tend to turn this into black and grey 90% of the time, because I don't like any colors looking at me, and I don't know why I did drawing with the black, but mostly I draw with the red color only. I don't know why, but I tend to do that way. And it's all here in layer section. So I have the body layer there, then I have this layer which is desaturated, and this is my quick sketch. I roughly draw what I want to see, where I want to see, and when you draw on the human body, it's way easier for you to imagine where it's going to sit and how it's going to sit and where it needs to stop, how it needs to bend, and where what sits in there. So when I kind of sketch quickly what I want to do and where I want to do, I desaturate it like I've just done it. So I make it like you can see, but you can barely see. It's there, but it's not in your face. So when you draw new lines on top of it, you can easily see what you have, and these lines are here. So you can see what I've made black. They're going to be the pyramid lines, the clean lines, the lines afterwards, and I literally just draw on top of it. Wait, too big, pick a small one, and I will just design just like that. And it's way easier when you draw on human body than on a piece of paper and then stuck on the human body, but then you realize it's too big, too wide, too long, that doesn't sit right, that doesn't go there. And when you draw like this, it's way better to imagine where what's gonna be. So imagine that would be the beginning. I kind of sketch the area what I want, I pick the body what I want, and get to the position where I kind of like what I see. I haven't done on that specific design, so that's why we are jumping on the new design. Let's say I have this female so far. So I pulled in some drawings what I like, and then I drew on top of it, which is this, what you see on top of it. So I have peonies or chrysanthemums on the leg, I have a skull there, honey musk there, we're gonna place a massive peony there, and this is it. The problem with this is I cannot see her other side. So on a day when I would need to do this, I would literally get this section and draw a new one on a separate piece of paper or separate design just dedicated on that. But this what I do is I see gradually or overall how it would look like. I would probably need to cut out a single piece on a day and print out separately, place on her, do much as I can do. Next day comes, cut out from all this design, cut out this one, print out on separate paper, stack on her, line this. Then she comes, let's say for this section, I would need to cut out from this design, and do that on a separate A4, print out, stencil on her, line on her, do as much as I can do. Next time she comes, I cut out from this design, this portion of that design, I print out that on a separate A4 and repeat the process, and on and on and on. So it could get to a point that some areas I need to freehand that, because what we do now is I can understand where and what would sit, but the problem is it's flat. It's a flat design on a flat surface. It's just iPad, it's flat. But curvature is on the body, so it would bend around, it would twist a little bit and bend a little bit. And paper is like origami. You have to fight for the paper. You need to find your way of like making sure it sits where you want it to sit. So this is overall, I kind of like draw the whole thing, and I look how it looks, how it sits, where could it sit, what looks good where. For example, the skull looks downwards and it's pretty much symmetric design. It's equal both sides. You get one eye one side, and that's the other side, and that's on one side, and that's the other side. So it's kind of pretty symmetric design in a way. So that goes nicely straight down there. This is the knee area where it would bend, so I put flower where when the flower bends, it would look quite cool when it bends. Same goes like this area is pretty straight down. There you got like belly in the middle, but it's straight down, and you got both equal sides. So that's why I put the honey musk there, so it flows nicely, really good. This area is pretty straightforward. You can do whatever you want as long as it follows like this curvature here. And for that reason, I bend the dragon over there, and the face sits on the chest, where it's the flattest area from this top area. So the face sits there, it doesn't get bent, it doesn't get blurred, it looks cool. And doing this way, it's easier to figure out where and what could sit and what sits the best. So when I kind of like line out what I want to see and where I want to see it, then I get on a different layer. I have a different layer for just the body part. I've outlined the whole body part. I guess I've merged them together, the outer body lines with the inner sections. Let's go another one. I'll show you how it would look if I turn off all of them. So this was the body I picked from online. Then I drew on top of that. I literally just drew right on top of it. So if this goes there, I could desaturate that one so it would be easier for you to see. So the body was there. I realigned it all, made it nice and clean lines. I even added small shadows so it gives more like 3D, three-dimensional feeling. So I done that. Then I take that off. Now I have the body itself. Then I would sketch on top of it, but I guess I don't really have any more the sketch lines. I think this was the sketch. I kind of did a Haku dragon. I extended, I bent some body parts, cut out some design, some parts on half, and I freehand like this section here just by myself to see how it would sit. And again, I did the face on the flattest area, which is here, so that doesn't get bent, doesn't get smudged. It's one nice straight down canvas, so design flows downwards as well. Then all the lines, like I said, I don't have the sketch lines anymore. I guess I deleted them, but I have this. Actually, I'm lying. These are my sketch lines. I did the dragon quickly, and I did those lines really fast, really smooth, really quickly. I kind of play with the shape see how this area flows upwards, exactly parallel. I did the middle from here to here. See how it goes equal. So it flows with her perfectly, goes upwards and goes into like a triangle shape, nicely finishes there. This is the bum area, so I can extend some lines there. It goes to the bum cheek, and that does look cool. And of course, knee area, this is where that bends, and this the lower portion of the leg. So you kind of see how I place and play around with the shapes. I can't physically draw human bodies off my head. I probably could if I would take some time and learn all that, but I don't have the need and the will to do that, which means I just pull some images, get out the lines of them, and I draw that way. And saying that, this is just a concept art, which means if my client comes in, I would ask her to send me a photo of her leg in this position, or I would take my own photo of her leg in this position, or chest or the back or any other portions of the body. I don't want to like show you my client photos now, but I have few client photos in my iPad and my email where people send me the photos of themselves, because this design looks good on her, but when it's on somebody else who's a bit smaller, let's say she has the hip bone here and the legs are quite small, that design doesn't look cool anymore. Or she has the thicker thighs where it doesn't look cool anymore. Or you know what I mean, like every single individual person's body is different, so which means you need to design a design what flows with that specific body. And if you don't do, that's obvious, and people will realize that your tattoos are just stickers and that. So if, for example, I want to master this, I want to be really good at like placing my designs on the bodies and they look amazing, like they belong there and they suit and they look perfect, and that is my aim. It's cool if you don't want to do that, don't do it, but I just teach you what I do, and this is what I do. And so I would design this, I get into like clean lines, and that is just a concept art. Again, I save this as an image I post online. If people take it, I will ask them to send me their own body photo and them instead of this image. So now we have this customer or this photo from online, and I drew on her. Instead of this image, I would pull in her customer, my clients, draw on them, or I would adjust this design in a way that it suits to her perfectly, and which means when I'm in the studio and I'm making stencil and I'm making line drawing for it, it looks bang on with her, and it would look pretty hers design, like hers, not on her, but it hers. It's like hand and gloves. They go in perfectly and sit really nice on each other. So that's one design. What else I have? This one, I did it pretty much exactly the same as I did that one. I have a body I pulled in from Google, Instagram, I don't know, but I took a body. I like the way it showed the area, so really nice ribcage area, it's nice and clean. This one shows really nicely where it like cuts off the boob area and the thighs as well. It was just good photo to draw on, so I picked it. Then I turned into a line drawing like I did before. Turn that in nice clean lines, easy to follow, easy to understand, it doesn't distract. Of course, I don't really have a sketch lines anymore, because once I don't need them, I tend to delete them, because they just make a mess down in layer sections, and accidentally I could start drawing a different layer where I don't supposed to be, so I just get rid of it. And then I draw the real lines. So what I did with this one was I drew only one side only. I literally did this design, then I saved that only line drawing, then I imported in and I placed on this side. I adjusted with this selection tool, and I adjusted so it looks perfectly, sits nicely with her, and it looks equal to this section. Deleted the unnecessary stuff on this side because it's quite wide and only need a portion of that, so I deleted what I don't need, and I merged both layers together, so I have these two on one layer. That's pretty much it. So now when this customer will come in, I have all this, and I'm pretty sure I have the whole line drawing on a separate image somewhere in my gallery, so it'll be quite straightforward. And saying that, this design is booked in already in February sometime, so maybe I can ask her to do it. If I can film it, I'll film this design for you. So not always I design them straight on the person. Sometimes I just design on my iPad on my free time. Then I play around to see what it works and whatnot. And then if the client sends a photo of themselves and I realize something needs to be adjusted, easy done. Anyways, here's the final design. I found a photo online where front of the body was nicely kind of exposed, but not in like a bad way. I did the same thing, turned her into line drawing. Once the lines are down, I dropped that design onto her. Then I was using selection tool and warp, and then I warped that design so it fits bang on straight. As you see, there's her belly, and that's where the mandala lines are in the middle, where this is still in the middle and that is still in the middle, so it kind of made like a little S shape. I see these would sit more in the rib cage and the sides, but that's pretty cool. It wraps around, and I did extend up to the chest piece as a neck piece more. I think when I posted online, nobody really noticed that being there. Everyone's focused on like more this flower than anything else, but that's cool. It's again, it's amazing practice to see how body works. Like this would be a hip bone. See that bump here? So that area is a rib cage. That area is nothing. Pretty much it's just like waist and fat. From this moment on starts hip bone. It would come around here to this point there, and then that would go straight there. So knowing that, and I added this kind of, what's it called, shape design, what follows perfectly with her. And I guess when she would wear the underwear, that is exactly where the underwear line would go. With the clothes on or without the clothes on, the lines and the shading would fit perfectly to her. What I would do is, again, like I said before, I would probably, if a client asks me a design like this design on her, I would most likely ask her to send me a photo what approximately looks like this, and I would drop onto her and see if I need to make adjustments. I would maybe need to shrink the design more closer or extend from sides inwards, like warp a little bit. Maybe the flower needs to be like get away. Maybe she has a piece already here what is done by somebody else, so I need to like maybe delete this section and add something different when I place the other stuff onto her. Maybe I need to freehand some stuff. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen, what they're gonna ask, what they have, and how to. Yeah, this is what I do daily. This is what I do pretty much every day when it comes to like big massive tattoos, and I'm preparing myself to do big ones, and I ideally want to do more and more big tattoos because it just excites me. Like it really excites me. This is an ongoing project. I've done like maybe halfway ish. I did like a quick sketch underneath, a bit of scratchy lines. So this one, the best way explains what am I doing. It's the mask. I have some like flowers sketched up here, and then I decided that kind of end up on almost on a jawline, but then I decided that I would like to bring some lines on the face, just because I don't know, it looks spicy, cool. And there's a big open space behind humans' ears, especially men's ears, because the beard would start around here and the hairline starts there. It gave just like a nice triangle sharp finish here. Beautiful, isn't it? Nice details. As you can see, I spend quite a lot of time already. Like I said, I leave open areas like this where these lines can be extended, could be drawn onto like a next piece here. This sleeve can easily overlap the next chest piece here, so there's no clean line, clean cut. This could be the element what overlaps. That could be the element what overlaps to next tattoo what will be planned, same as this. These lines could be extended into a sleeve, so the arm sleeve and the whole chest piece can become one big massive design. Or it could be even where the arm sleeve goes up, goes through the chest, and goes still with the same wave lines. It's more like a wind lines. They could easily straight go into the arm and then go straight there. the sooner you will start plan like this, what you're gonna do, what goes after what. Most of the customers, 90% of the people, they want a sleeves, they want just a single tattoo. Who wants a single tattoo? You're always gonna end up into the next one, the next one, the next one. And for that, you need to be prepared. When you do your first one, you need to expect that they're gonna come for more, 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 more. If they don't wanna come more for more tattoos with you, then there's something wrong with you, you know. Like if people come see you and they go, you're not good. You need to like do something about it, but you're not cool because they don't want you again. They want somebody else. And why don't should they want you? And if they do want you, which means you need to start to think about what you're gonna do as the next one, what you're gonna do after this, what you're gonna have to do this, how you're gonna finish this. You need to ask them while you do like this piece here. You're lining here, and you ask them, what's the plan for this area? What are you gonna do here? Do you have any plans? What how should I finish this? So you know how to shade this, how to deal with this area, preparing what's gonna come in this area. And if you don't ask these questions, you can overdo this, and then you do something here, and that doesn't look cool next to that. You know what I mean? Because now it's in same area, and they need to deal with each other. They're not totally different tattoos. They're next to each other. They talking to each other. They need to be cohesive. See, I have like a pattern of dark, white, dark, white, dark, white, and the flower, guess what? Dark. So I have a pattern, readability. They talk to each other. They sit nice next to each other, and there's not like one big block like corner, and then there's extremely white corner. There's like a patches, but that makes it readable. You can understand pretty much everything what's going on. You can see the flower, you can see the eyes, you can see the nose, you can see some like jaws coming out, and you can see the leaves going behind the ears. It's crazy busy, messy, but it's a beautiful mess. I that's at least what I think about it. But these are the things what you need to like start to learn when you want to become the next level guy who you are, you know. If you want to like concentrate on like little single piece like that, cool, but you're not gonna get far. That's as far as you're gonna get. 15 minutes where you're gonna get paid. Can you buy like decent iPad for that money? You won't. But if you're gonna do these kind of tattoos daily, the money will come in, the advertisement will gonna happen way more, people will start to talk about you way more, so which means your bookings will become bigger way more, your skill will become way more bigger, your bookings become way more bigger, your securities get way more bigger, you start to draw way more bigger designs, you become a way better person than you were before, or you do this size tattoo. That's it. There's two options. One, you follow and you do only palm size, one session tattoos, little ones, or you go into this one. The choice is yours. There's nothing really in between. Either the guy who does full sleeves and full arms and full chests, or somebody who does little sticker. That customer comes for another little sticker. That's it. That's as far as it goes. But it is what it is. I wanted to make this video as short as possible, but I guess I didn't make it as short as possible, and I'm alright with that because I have a lot of information to give you guys, and it's all down to you if you listen, if you learn, if you understand, if you like write, maybe wrote some notes on that, and maybe you re-watch my videos a few times to really understand every word I say, because I give a lot of information out because I just want to give out, you know, like this is the information of what I was seeking years ago. That's it, that's straight now. So when I was like there, somewhere a bit lower where I am, probably like where I am now, minus 4 years, I was dreaming about this. I remember like sitting in a studio on a sofa drawing A3 design, and I thought that's a big one, I thought that's massive, and my boss said there's no way you're gonna do that, like you're not ready there, you're not ready for that. And I thought to myself, how can you say that? But I understand he was right. I was not ready. I need to be ready more on the paper. I need to understand where, why, how these designs sit on the body before I put a stencil on them. Because it's easy to put a stencil, do a tattoo, and it just looks wank. It looks bad. It just looks off. It's not cool. You know what I mean? And he was right. I wasn't ready for it because he was in a position where he was doing full legs, full arms, full stomachs into the arms, and he was doing quite a lot. where I'm now. I'm doing that, and I just feel it's like every day. It's normal. It's cool. It's just like easy day at work. These are the things what you need to go through. What I just said in all this video, you need to learn. Like, you fully need to learn. You can't just do it. You need to sit down, understand what arm is made of, how the arm looks like. Forearm here on the wrist is really thinner than here, so design needs to be in triangle-ish shape. If you don't know that, you make a wrong design and it's gonna overlap here and it just doesn't look cool. Small stuff like that, little small elements, but you need to know that. And to know that, you need to study. You need to study. You need to watch more of my videos, you know. Beautiful. Right, thank you very much, guys. I gotta go. So if you got any more requests, what you want to see, what you need, what you want to know, what you want to understand, I can make these little short videos here and there. I know it's not a short video, but it is kind of short video. It only takes 40 minutes of your life, and then you got 50 years of knowledge. It's not really that short, isn't it? 40 minutes, 50 years, it's not that bad. And it's for free. You didn't pay the penny to watch this video and learn all this stuff, does it? Thank you very much, guys, for having me. And like I said, if you got any requests, any questions, down in the comments. And for more work, what I do daily, you can have a look at my Instagram. I'm gonna drop the Instagram here as well. And if you wanna practice some tattoos, you know, if you wanna practice, I'm gonna drop a link in my bio. I'm gonna make a video. I won in competition about 2 years ago a real skin full arm, literally a full arm. I have a man's arm in my house from silicone. It just looks creepy as crazy, like a big massive fat full arm. I reckon that's the owner's hand probably. Sorry for that if you watch this, but that is the company where I would recommend to buy some A4, A3, A5s, and they have a little cat as well, which I want to buy, like a Sphinx cat, and I want to tattoo like a few cats and place them in studio. I think that would be a really cool design, and that would be the place where I would recommend for you to go to buy some stuff to study, to draw on, to tattoo on, and learn how to put the stencils on, because that skin is really close to human skin. Like, you can grab it. Like, if you, the stuff you buy on Amazon and eBay and all that, those skins are like, I don't even know, not like human skins, but that skin you can grab like that, and I mean it. Like, it's human like. It's so human like it creeps you out. And that is the best stuff to try on. So I'm gonna put that in my description. To be honest, I've put that link in loads of my videos already. So if you can't find on this one, it'll be on somebody else, but it will be there. And that is the best place to go to buy a real skin. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on the next video. I don't know when, but I'll make you another video. Take care, guys. See you soon.